Hello, this is Francis from McCaffrey Crafts, and give me a second because I just dropped my phone as I hit the live. 1 second now. I think that will stay up, will it? That's what she said. Anyway, so welcome to the McCaffrey Crafts live stream. I am your host of this weekly live stream, which I do live from Kilorglin in County Kerry in Ireland. My name is Francis McCaffrey. I am a very humble, very famous, very well-known stick maker from Ireland. And yeah, every week I give an hour of my time to you guys in the community to answer your questions, to interact, to get to know you, and you can get to know me as well. As well as I usually tell you what I'm working on and some upcoming things that I'm doing as well. And yeah, it's been an interesting week. I've been running a little type of contest. Let me move this away so you can kind of see some of this coming soon merchandise type stuff that I'll be doing. So we have a comment in already. Steve Kelly. Hello, Steve. How are things with you? So anyway, if you saw my video from last Tuesday, where I was showcasing a monster blackthorn cudgel or shillelagh or whatever you want to call it. Some people are calling it Thor's hammer online. Some people are calling it a tree trunk. Some people were calling it like all these kind of battle axes and everything. But one thing for sure, it's one of my most unique pieces, and it did attract a lot of attention. And I kind of knew it would anyway. That was, it was a very interesting piece. So you guys in the community, hello Mary, how are things with you? So you guys in the community, you know me. You've been following my channel for years now. And you've seen the type of sticks that I make over the different years. And anytime there's a very unique or anything on one, and that the stick is almost bigger than you. It is. It's massive, man. It's huge. It's huge. But that's the thing is, I get requests for really big pieces of blackthorn, and they're very hard to find, and they're very rare because most blackthorn grows in hedges, and they might grow like an inch thick and stuff. So to get a really thick, 5 kg piece of blackthorn wood, pulled up from the roots, it's quite an accomplishment. It's not an easy task. You've seen how big that was there. Imagine me trying to get that out of a thorny bush, bringing it back to my vehicle, and it wasn't an easy feat to get that. So anyway, guys, I will be announcing the winner. I won't be mentioning him by name because I don't know if they've given me permission or not. But I'll give some clues to the person, so the person who bid will know who they are anyway. So we do have a winner of the auction, and the auction is closed. And I will announce the winner shortly when I announce these questions. Oh, there's Dad. Saying hello to Mary. There's Wayne says, my stick is straight, but the knob end is lean or twisted on the top. It's this bin job. I don't know. It's possible to say. You'd have to email me a picture and I'll have a look. The stick is straight, but the knob end is lean or twisted to the side. Yeah, you can probably heat up the wood and just kind of twist it back or something. But it just depends on the, if you're saying it's a bin job, maybe it's worse than what you're saying. But in the words there, it doesn't sound too bad. Hi, Francis. My wife and I will be in Kilorglin for for a few days next month. Maybe we can go for tea. I'll email you about details. Yeah, I'll be away on a business trip for a few days, but I'll be back on September the 7th or 7th or 8th. So anytime after September the 7th or 8th. The 7th I'm back, I think, because I have to go and sort out some business stuff. So yeah, definitely email me, Tim. Be a pleasure to have a cup of tea, have some lunch, have a chat. It'd be great to meet you, Tim. You've been a long time member of the channel and have been emailing me loads of content over the years that you found as well. Mary is saying they're good to Frank. So guys, how do you think the stick went? How high do you think the offers went and the bids went? I kept this stick at a kind of secret ballot where everyone was allowed one vote. You could vote one bid. What am I talking about votes? Been watching too much American election stuff is really fascinating to me. I find the whole thing very entertaining and interesting. But anyway, so I gave everyone one bid and they could make one bid. And the idea was not to push up the price too high because I didn't want guys getting into bidding war. So no one knew what anyone else's bid. I had a minimum price of €500. And, yeah, things got interesting. things got interesting. Samiri said 800. Steve says 1500. Who knows, man? Somewhere there. So up, brothers? How's it going? Hey, Kurt, how are things with you, man? Good to see you again. A lot more than 300 euros, Tim. A lot more. So here's the baby. Here is, here is the big giant stick that I had up for auction for the week. It's quite a big stick. So this was the stick that I put up there during the week, and you guys are coming in with some ideas as well. Tim, where was your offer? I didn't see any of your offers coming in. Or Steve, man, where was your 1500 offer all week? Just kidding. Hello, my friend from New York. How are things in New York? Hope everything is well there as well. So here we have this monster cudgel, which is a display piece, which is a talking piece. If you're looking for a rare piece of blackthorn wood, and blackthorn wood is rare to get pieces of this big and this thick. Like blackthorn usually is hedges and grows, so it's quite a unique piece. The bidding has closed now anyway, so it will be off to someplace soon. The stick is bigger than me. Yeah, it's a big one. Well, it's 43 inches. Well, I'll kind of leave it on the screen because this is the star of this podcast today. Look at it, man. It's a monster stick. Trying to get this out, man. 10 years. This is like well seasoned, man. This is like well seasoned. Million Billionaire says it went for 750. Who knows? Preparing to make the move to Africa. Oh, you're going to Ghana, to Accra. Are you going to go there full time? Because I know your wife's from Accra, or not from Accra, from Ghana. I actually like Africa. I've been to Kenya, and I've been to South Africa. I've done spent more time in South Africa than in Kenya, and I've actually enjoyed it there. I like mixing with the tribes people. With the Maasai, of course, I hung out with those guys, and different tribes within Kenya as well. But I find that interesting. That stick was the size of my baby rattle. Was it, Jib? This is good, man. This is good. Let's get the sweat going as well, but if you're a big guy, again, it looks bigger with me. I'm only an Irish leprechaun, sure. Kirk said yes. Are you going to Ghana? This is interesting. Why do you making the move? Is it because Ghana's very different from where are you from again? West Virginia or South Virginia or someplace, I can't remember exactly where. But why is the big move? Because I know you have a young son as well who's about 10 or 11, isn't it? I remember you said as well. Is it just to kind of do schooling and different things as well? Because I'd be interesting to know. Cheers, Wayne says, cheers, mate. You and you're right. Love your sticks. UK, bit hit or miss with the blackthorn. Yeah, it is hard to find. The thing about the UK is that a lot of the farmers, they do trim the hedges back pretty well, and it's very hard to find the overgrown pieces of blackthorn. It just depends on what part. There are parts of the UK where it can be got coppiced and got as well. Going to open the Black Irish brand Tiger Nut brandy as well. Well, if you are going to that, send me. I might actually go. If you set up a huge business in Ghana and you want a guest of honor, I would nearly go there. I wouldn't mind going to Ghana. It'd be interesting. I know nothing about I know basic things around the place as well. But if you go there and get established and stuff, why not? I might come down and visit you. Shaq could use it as a cane. He could indeed, man. How big was Shaq? Shaq was 7'4" or something like that. He's a big. He is still a very big guy and a gentle giant. So, guys, I'll give you a little bit of a summary of this stick, the journey of it, and maybe towards the end of the live stream, because I kind of go. So, I started the bidding at 500 euro on this stick. Hey, Simon, we do like a trimmed hedge in England. It's hard to find a nice, good full bush. Well, you know me, Simon. I'm always head deep in thick bush. That's where you're gonna find a stick maker, man. Stick maker is always looking for bush. Overgrown bush is always the best. Okay, Wayne Haylett says 1,000 euros UK in UK money as well. Very interesting numbers that are coming out as well. But where was your offer, guys? Where is your offer? You've lost out. You've missed the opportunity. I got 15 offers, guys. 15 offers. And of the 15, one has won. One has won this unique piece of blackthorn. It is probably the most expensive piece that I have ever sold. So I'm pretty happy, actually. Let's see. Best place to be. Yes, Simon. Yes. But I know, man, you like your trimmed hedge. So that's good. That's good. But anyway, yeah, this is probably this is the most expensive piece of blackthorn I sold. I've sold pieces of blackthorn before for like 300 and 400 euro and stuff like that, for like really unique pieces. And I like with McCaffrey crafts, you know, I'm out cutting all the time. I've cut for the past 15 years. I do have interesting, weird, unique, very kind of amazing pieces throughout my seasoning wood as well. And every now and again I'll release a monster cudgel like this as well. But this is a monster cudgel, like, you know, for any of you guys that haven't seen it already, let me kind of go through it again. There we go. Here we have it. So you can kind of look, you know, you can get a bit of weight in it as well. So it's not like too bad. Here you can kind of like, let's see it a bit better there. So you can kind of like demonstrate it as well. It's nice. As you can see, I like the stick. But every good stick, it has to go to its maker. And here's a t-shirt. Here's the hoodie, guys. This is one of the designs which I've shown already. Irish Blackthorn, McCaffrey Crafts. So I'll be putting this on a number of products as well. I'll probably be doing this like more in September. August is one of those months where like people are busy and they're coming back from holiday and different things as well. So the star of this show will be joining me here. This one. Let's see, it's a hell of a monster cudgel. You'll definitely get an invite, remember. I actually will. I'm like that, man. If I get an invite, if you're in Ghana and you set yourself up there and you have things going as well, and I'd come over to you. Like I don't know how I'd find a way. So I'd probably go to London, Ghana, or something like that. I don't mind going to different places, and you know, like the whole the flu that kind of stopped us from traveling for 3 years. Like it's still sore, man. I still don't like that I missed out on 3 years of travel, because travel is my passion as well. Shipping must be more expensive than the stick. No, actually not too bad. I checked it out. Like you know, the first clue, the stick will be staying within Europe. The stick will be staying. Well, I think so. Let me think. Yeah, like I remember. You know, it's someone who is known to me as well. Let's see. Hoodie looks nice. Thanks, John. I love the hoodie. Yeah, I've got loads of things as well. And Mary, I'll actually put out some female products as well, because like sometimes I neglect that I do have an audience of women as well that do watch the channel and are interested in Irish products and Irish things as well. I will put them on some products as well. I kind of got like a few different artists to do it, and they're all different styles. Like they're not all in this type of like kind of metal style. That's just kind of suits what I kind of like, that kind of back metal type of vibe, type of blackthorn or something like that. I got a few funny ones as well. I got 2 funny ones. I got one slightly controversial one that I've been told I shouldn't put out there, but you know, I showed it to a few family members and a few people, and the verdict was like 80% said maybe you shouldn't put that t-shirt out. All the more reason to do it. So I have some t-shirt designs that well, there's one that I think is funny. So you know, and again, it's all my intention. Like it's not, you know, I think look, enough for this softy sensitive approach and stuff. Like, you know, we got to go back to saying things and doing things and being ourselves, and I think that's the thing. Let's see, just got one of your sticks all the way over here in LA. Super happy with it. Thanks, friend. Very happy to do that as well. I like, you did actually. You liked it, and you know, my son liked it as well. I thought it was funny. A few other people thought it was a bit controversial as well, but it's all good. Let's see, I got a 5-bedroom compound and plenty of room as well. Yeah, I'll definitely come down to see you. Like I'll give you a chance, of course, to get settled and different things as well. But yeah, be fun, like, to go down. I should start doing that. I should start meeting you guys in the community and going for. I'll be wanting a controversial one. Yeah, it is kind of funny. I've loads of ideas actually for t-shirt designs and stuff. But you see, there's not much money in a t-shirts. Like, you know, like you're going to be selling a t-shirt for like $25 or something like that. It costs like $15, $16 by the time you print it, ship it, everything. Like you might make bottom line after taxes, after deductions, after the payment gateways, after everything. Like you'd be lucky to make about $5 to $7 per t-shirt. Like, but anyway. Hi there. I've been following you a while and started stick making during lockdown here in the US because of finding your channel. Thanks. Very, very happy to inspire some people. I'm a very straight talker. I tell it how it is. There's no bullshit on this channel. I just kind of say how I feel. I hope I can inspire some people to do it the right way. The way, if you want to impress me as a stick maker, I want to see you earn it. Okay. You don't get my respect like straight away as a new stick maker at all. Like, why should I? I've gone through 15, well, how many years now? Nearly 16, 17 years of stick making. I've had so many injuries. I go out and cut my own wood as well. It's very, very hard to business to do. And if someone goes there and is telling me, you know, they're new. So as a new guy, you get my respect after a few years of chatting to me. Like literally you have to chat to me for a few years. And I've chatted to you guys for a few years. And then the minute they get a little bit of, like, you know, they get a few sales, they abandon me, man. They abandon my my mentorship. I've actually mentored a few guys, but like, yeah, it's kind of always the same. They want my knowledge, they want everything, and then they go off and you know, they go different route. I'm up to 5, very good as well. So anyway, I started the bidding at €500 on this monster piece. I got a bid for 550. Then I got a bid for 600. I got a bid for €700. I got a bid for €701. I got a bid for €707 for some reason. I don't know why. 707 must be someone's lucky number. And I kept going from there. Let's see. I've been hunting places to find blackthorn that is growing here. My eyes on some places to cut this this fall. From my knowledge, blackthorn doesn't really grow in the US too much. Most of the stick guys use like hickory, maple, osage, orange, that type of one. There's like that vine one. You know that guy Kentucky Walking Sticks? He sells all those like blanks and stuff. I can't remember the name of the wood. Diamond willow and stuff as well people use. So look, use your local woods. Okay, find your own heritage, your own kind of thing as well. Like what kind of really bugs me about it is, like, say someone in a different country, they see, they're inspired by me, it's great, and then they try to just mimic exactly Irish shillelaghs or something like this while they're based, you know, in Montana or someplace like. And you know, I think what you should do as a stick maker, and this is my advice to all new guys as well, is that, like, find local woods. Every local area has their own history, has their own tradition as well, and find your own kind of way of being a stick maker. Like, you can be inspired by a guy like me, but don't be going around like saying Irish 100% handmade shillelaghs, but made in, you know, Toronto or someplace. Like, you know, it just doesn't make sense. So find yourself, find the woods that are local to you, find the local techniques. Like, people made walking sticks all over the world, people use wood all over the world. You know, it's not a unique Irish thing. And find your identity as a stick maker, as opposed to trying, like, you know, seeing, oh, this guy's selling this guy, I'm going to be the Irish stick guy as well. You know, find your own kind of identity and put in the hard work as well. I'm quite happy to you know, to talk with, and you know, once I always get respect as I would see myself as a senior person within the stick making community. So respect is very important to me as well. Like, guys who come onto the scene who are new, that show me zero respect and think they know everything, and you know, they just decided to look at a bit of stick making videos during COVID or something like that. But like, it's very, very important to be authentic. Find your own way, your own voice, put it into your sticks. Go into your shed, put on some music, look at the piece of wood, and just see what happens. You know, go in there with a clear mind. Think about the hand. Think about the person that's going to buy it as well. You know, say, right, what kind of person will like this as well? You know, it's good to have it as a hobby, but at the end of the day, it's nice to have a hobby that earns a bit too. Be sure to stay in touch. Very good, Khalid. Keith, that's an Irish name and connection. Is there actually a little bit? It's invasive, but there are some places still grows here in the East Coast as well. Yeah, like I've heard of the. It's like Bigfoot monster. You know, like I've heard all these reports of it. Never seen, never been verified. Like, you know, it might look, it might be in various places or little patches of it, but the climate and the soil and everything kind of goes against all the things that blackthorn usually needs to grow. The winters are pretty unforgiving, and the summers are pretty hot there as well. Needs a lot of moisture, needs that kind of like boggy, acidic, type of grasslands and different things to grow on as well. Uh, but yeah, like, you know, again, find your own identity and stuff. Like when I see plastic paddy versions of Francis McCaffrey, which is me, it's like, oh, it's cringe, man. It's cringe, you know. Or when I see guys like literally taking my vocabulary, taking my sayings, you know, taking like my mannerisms, and oh, it's so cringy, man. It's like it's not like a compliment or something. It's just like, oh, you know, do you have any imagination to like find your kind of own way and different things like that? And like I respect guys that have kind of like done it for a while and put in their time. And you know, for me, I like to see a bit of pain. I want to see like to earn my respect, man. You got to go through some pain. There has to be some adversity to like really, you know, like when you've been doing stick making for some time, like, you know, 100% you're going to get injured. 100% you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to cut a finger. You're going to do this. You're going to damage your shoulder. You're always going to do this as well. And like, you know, when I know you've been through all that, because I've been down that road, and you have that weathered look of someone, you know, that's when you get my respect as a stick maker. Like, honestly, I speak from experience. I had two thorns in my thumb and finger, and my pocket knife removed them both. I usually find just a needle. I have different needles of different thickness, and usually I kind of like just dig around the skin, and then if you're lucky, you can get it with tweezers. But mostly, like, you need a good light, maybe like a little magnifying glass, because it's hard to do. And yeah, it's a bit. It's the thing is, like, if I get ones in my left hand, it's good because I'm right-handed. But like when it's in my right hand in an awkward position, sometimes it's a bit kind of difficult for me because when you're right-handed as well. But it does take some time. So anyway, the bidding went up to €800. And I was like, wow, like, you know, I was happy if it went for 500, like, you know. But again, the market dictates the price of this. And I was actually surprised. Like, I literally, there's about three or four guys that I thought this would be the stick for. Like, you know, guys that I know that had been bought me before, that asked me about these type of things. Like, you know, usually I bring these type of sticks out because people have been asking me about it, or different things. So I know there's a demand for it. So like when I do an auction and stuff, it's usually for the reason, like, I don't do these auctions very often, but when I do them, it's usually for the reason is that there's a demand for it, and there's a few people as well, and a few people have been asking me for these monsters. Actually, the one guy, man, who there's actually two guys. This guy from the US and another guy, and they've been asking me for this monster huge things. They wanted, they do anything, and it's like, you know, no interest, man. They were like, not a good time or something. And like, there's this one guy, he'd been messaging me for months about like the big. He said, you know, he's very big guy. He said, oh, no problem, 4 or 5 kg, I can swing it around and everything. And I said, yeah, I'm bringing this out, and you know, and all this, and nah, not a sign, not a sign from him, man, not a sign from him. Uh, but yeah, I did get a few troll bids too. I thought was pretty funny by you know, and no, Tony Napoli, man. Tony Napoli is like, you know, the day that Tony buys one of my sticks is the day I retire, man. The day I retire. Let's see. MJW. How old do you think that stick is, Francis? I think like from memory and from the thickness and from everything, like it would be easily about 90 years minimum, like on that hedge. Like for black trying to get this thick, like, I've seen like 60, 70-year-old hedges, and like it's getting about this thickness. But to get like really this big and thick and heavy as well, I would say, you know, like it'd be 90 plus. It could be older, like, but it'd be a minimum of 90 anyway. Let's see. I don't want to start another war. I love that, man. I love that. Or there was no war before. But shillelagh only comes from Ireland, and everything else is a walking stick in the USA. Oak is king. Traditional black word doesn't grow here as well. Yes, yes, Jim. Don't worry about that, man. But yeah, you want to start a war, like, you know, like you like little comments that annoy a few of these amateur boyos. don't worry about that, man. And like that's only entertainment. Like it's we don't compete with these. Let's see. Not bad guess. I thought 100 years old. Yeah, like I've seen like ones that are like just from memory and from knowing and seeing pictures and knowing that like what was built around it and then the hedges came up like it was about because this was like by the railway line. There was like a railway. There was a railway that went through Killorglin, and there was this one area that I saw the date where it was cleared, and then the blackthorn hedges were put in there. But that was about like 90 years ago. So like, I'm using that as a kind of basis for 90 years, but maybe it's older than that. And let's see, that stick's been around since you guys use real goats for the fair. Yes, the goat controversy of Puck Fair, with the Puck Fair committee being complete wimps. And it was Puck Fair was a bit weird this year, man. There's no atmosphere to it. Like I think the first night my dad like he was down in the there was a band from Fermanagh playing, and my dad's like mad about Fermanagh and different things as well. Let's see. Here we go. More goat. All right. So here we got off topic, but something you could tell us whether the poor abused goat survived your town's festival. He wasn't there this year. He just went up. They brought the goat out for like 5 minutes. They did the parade. They brought him up to town. They put him up the stand for 5 minutes. They took him down again, and they looked after him as well. But I don't know what goes on with these lonely farmers and these goats and stuff as well. So I wouldn't be an expert on what actually happens to these goats and stuff. But don't worry, man. We're from Kerry. If it was from Donegal, I'd be more worried about the goat as well. Let's see. I've seen the blackthorn tree. Can't get arms around it. It's so big and old. Really? Like, as in, I've seen like a blackthorn tree, like a really really old one, and it grows into like a proper proper one. I've only seen one of them once, and it was like that would easily be hundreds of years old, hundreds. But it'll only grow so big as well. Like it doesn't grow that big. It's not like an oak that's going to grow massive or something like that. Like it can, like I'd say, what's the height? Maybe 15 meters or something like that. Let's see. The farmers take the goat to the edge of the cliff, so it pushes back as well. Yes. Look, it's a weird festival. That's the thing about Puck Fair, man. It's like it's so weird and primitive and so backward and so crazy and so mental. That's kind of what the appeal of it as well. And like it's just like most people kind of don't understand unless you've been there as well. Like it's a spectacle to be seen sometime in life. It's one of those things. Like, but look, what happens to the goat? Is he put up? Like, I feel that the goat does have to endure the music underneath the stand, so it's quite tough. But look, every time you eat a hamburger, man, has your cow been abused? Probably. You go eat some chicken nuggets. You should watch some of those YouTube videos, man. It's like one of those things. It's but the thing is, like, you can spend your life worrying about these things, or you can just like get on. But I was never a big fan of Puck Fair. Never really pushed it, promoted it. I closed my shop during Puck. I just don't enjoy it at all. Like it's a bit violent for me. I've had some issues with violence against me from certain community of scumbags. Let's see. What footwear do you wear? I made a big mistake wearing trainers. Yeah, like you want ankle support, you want boots, anything that protects your ankles, because like when you're going into blackthorn, there's little stones and roots and things. So a good pair of leather boots is usually the best way. Runners are not good as well. And you don't want like wellies or something too like that, because you kind of need some bit of dexterity and being able to nimble. Like when you're going into the hedges, you need to kind of be very aware. Like when you start cutting a piece of blackthorn, imagine like all the branches are kind of like pressing against each other. So like it's like a game of Jenga or something like that. Like when you cut one little cut on it, like literally it could have a knock-on effect for a branch that whips around and different things. And like that's the thing. You really have to like study it. And the best thing I advise is to go really, really, really slow, be in no rush. And it's just that's the most scariest part. It's like being in one of those Saw movies or something, where the when you cut like one part of the branch and then another part whips over and in different things. Or sometimes you see a nice bit and you've made the cut and it comes down, but part of the branch is connected to somewhere else, and you get like a thorn like across the side of your face and marks. Yeah, look, you'll find out. It's not fun. I've given you the warning, man. It's tough enough. Oh yeah, it's on a site of an old 130 house site. I foraged for my sticks, golf balls to carve. Thanks to Doug Linker on YouTube as well. Yeah, you can get a lot of golf balls. I know like teens and stuff years ago used to, but friends of mine used to go to the golf balls by Dukes. I used to get loads of golf balls. They bring them back and get paid for it as well. Let's see. I need a goat to cut my grass for me at my mountain house as well. Very good. Yeah, they'll be eating it all as well. Joe, my friend, what an awesome stick. I wish you released in December when I get my bonus check. I can't afford it now. Fun to look at Monster. I actually thought you might put in a bid, Joe, because I know you like the unique pieces as well, because you do have an eye for value, and you know when something is valuable. Like whenever you show interest in a stick, Joe, that's a sign that that the stick has some good value as well. I wear steel two cap myself. Yeah, they're good. Don't have to worry too much about something heavy dropping on your foot, maybe. But like, you know, I I'm supposed to recommend all the safety gear and stuff, but like for me, I find I get more injured the more safety equipment I have. The less I have, the more nimble I am, the less injured I get as well. I find when I have too much equipment that I'm more prone to get like I have a hard hat, I have all of these different things, but if I wear different caps and stuff, I find it a bit easier. The hat protect the heads and the eyes as well. Yeah, it's a judgment call. Like it's officially I have to tell you to wear as much safety equipment and be as careful as possible. But like that's why I can't really show too many videos of when I go in and out cutting as well. I'll have too many guys saying you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and but it's you really need to be able to react quick when like a branch whips a certain way or something goes. Like you're literally like you have to have your reflexes as well on, and you can wear like a protective like those little beehive things are fine. Those little kind of protective things that go across your face. They're not too bad as well. I love goat curry, as my experience with goats can be naughty eating things. They shouldn't, and headbutt you as well. Goats be violent, man. They do attack. They do different things as well. So we went as far as 800. Was 800 the winning bid? No, there was more to come. More to come. So it went up to 850. It went up also to 900. Okay, so it was up past 900, and we're getting quite up there now with the bids as well. That's where it was. Let's see, my martial arts training keeps me fast as well. Yeah, like anything, like you're not going to be young forever. Like it's hard to be very quick as you get older and different things as well. Let's see. CJ says the same protective equipment for blackthorn for our blackthorn harvesting and the ghost farmer as well. Yeah. The most important thing is a good pair of gloves, actually. Protect the eyes, gloves and eyes, and that's probably the most important thing as well. If you can wear some kind of light pants that the thorns kind of like can brush off as well, that don't go through your pants. I still have to find like if I can find a light pair of pants that the thorns can't get through, but it's like they're like you have these anti-syringe gloves, but they're like 200 and 300 euro, and yeah, I keep saying I'm going to get one of them. Maybe I should. Those syringe gloves, I think they're probably the best ones to get, but I have to see like how nimble you are as well in them, because you need to have that dexterity. And it's you're twisting in so weird positions and you're crawling in and you're being careful. It's like it's not like any of the blackthorn that's along the side of the road. Usually they're not really suitable because they can see the light and they're growing like a figure eight and an S and a W shape and everything. You have to really go into the middle of the bush to really get the good stuff. And that's kind of what how hard it is as well. Look, I won't keep you guys in too much suspense for longer. Like I'll tell you guys a bit sooner. Like how much the stick has gone for. The stick will be going. I think it's to the UK. It'll be to a UK resident. I think unless they change their resident. That's what I remember from before. So it is staying within Europe. It's staying. It'll be going on its way to the UK as well. And yeah, the bids went up. One of the big bids went up to 1,000. So it went as far as 1,000, and it didn't go much further than that. Um, one guy, he bid 1,001 euro. So he bid 1,001 euro because sometimes you bid that extra thing. But there was one guy who late last night threw in a bid that turned out to be the winning bid, and it was for 1,000 euro and 11 euro, so 1,011. So that proved to be the winning bid for this particular stick. So whatever that is in euro, in dollars, or everything's as well. So the price on this will be 1,011 euro, and that is the final amount that it went for. That was so that would be the bid. So the person who threw in that bid last night, if you're watching, well done. I appreciate it as well. I know this person has been a customer of mine before in the past as well, and they have supported my crafts as well. It's going to a good place. So I'm happy to know that as well. So the person with the initial R to start with. So the person whose first name begins with the letter R, I can say that, I guess. You are the winner with your bid of 1,000 euro and 11 euro. So 1,011 euro proved to be the winning bid. So congratulations. You had some stiff competition. You actually just peeped the last guy. The last guy's offer came in actually pretty early in the process, where it was like 1,001. So 1,001 was the highest offer for some time, and then I got a few troll offers because the names were obviously from people that would never be bidding as well. So I got a few troll offers as well, but I knew a few of these people that were putting in the bids, so that's always good. So yeah, so it went for 1,000. What's that in dollars? About 1,200 or something. Or I don't know, 1,100. Beautiful piece, Francis. Congratulations. Who buys it? Yeah, it's been sold. It's gone now. The bid's over. Guy must be huge into to buy that with plenty of muscles as well. They really know collectible items. Like the person who bought this, they come from any time that I put something that's really really rare. They notice it and they know the value straight away. They know their woods. They watch all of the stick guys. They know it pretty well. So the guy who bought it is a pretty intelligent guy. He knows and understands the value of it as well. And it's an investment. Like if you think, like, this sold for 1,011 euro. Like imagine the value of this in 10 more years, 5 more years. Whenever I'm gone from this world, imagine this stick, these videos are out there for an eternity. So like this is really a store of value. Like when you buy a really high display piece, or a piece like this is really like a store of value. Like you're literally changing from one currency to another. You're changing from euro to currency of blackthorn. Like this can be, this will have no problem to be resold if the need ever arose as well. So yeah, it's very good. So $1,100, thanks to the conversion there as well. The dollars and the euro are still good. Mira says congrats. Yeah. How many blackthorn do you like to cut per year? I found 6 were keeping, but plenty of hazel. Physically, like I can usually cut around 800 per year. Then because I have a big company and it's a limited company, a registered business, you can see I have a shop here, retail. I usually have to buy in as well from a few guys that cut sticks for me. So I have three guys who cut a few hundred sticks for me each year. So I buy in sticks from those guys in addition to the 800 that I cut myself. I can never seem to cut more than 800 or 900 per season. Like because I can't go out every day cutting. I have to be in the shop. I have to be posting. I have to do the sales. I have to do everything. So usually I do the majority of cutting the last 2 weeks in November or October before it gets busy. In November, it's usually too busy for me to do any cutting. Then in December, I usually go out cutting. January was not too busy. And then usually, towards the end, February, the weather's not too bad. And I do a lot of cutting during February. And then I find, like, when I count it, it's usually around the kind of 900 mark. But usually I can sell like 3,000-4,000 pieces of blackthorn per year. So I kind of like need always to keep making different things and coming up with hiking sticks, and I've introduced some new woods now. Like I've introduced hazel, I've introduced chestnut, rowan. I've a load of holly that I'm cutting, but it won't be ready for a while yet as well. Has Kelly done the conversion exactly? So it's $1,115. Yes, that's a bit of a record for me for a sale, so it's good. And congratulations to him. Yeah, I'm sure he's very delighted as well. And it's so weird how it literally went down. I was like wondering what it would go to, like, but the difference between the first guy and the second guy was like €10. So again, look, I don't have another item like this, so I can't like go to the second guy and say, look, I have all these other ones. Let's see, definitely a good investment and a piece of a history. It is a good investment. It's a great store of value. Most guys now are looking for creative ways to invest. Like if you invest in a Blackthorn walking stick from a reputable seller like myself, I have a registered business. I have a VAT number. I have a company register number. I pay my taxes each year as well. Like I do all of these different videos, and it's pretty good. And yeah, so a few more conversions there into the so £938. You need a butler, Francis, in shop? I do indeed. I'd love to have an assistant, but I have very, very high standards. Oh, you're tempting me. Beautiful in stock items. I'm so tempted. Yeah, I've got loads of items. You see, I'm trying to stock up because every year Christmas time I'm usually flat out, and it's very important in like November and December to focus on sales, to focus on like you should really have all your sticks made for your Christmas run like before then. Like you shouldn't be like in November cutting wood and making sticks, because your priorities should be like solely on customer service, like dealing like lots of people are looking for Christmas presents, they're looking for varieties. You have stick collector guys, you have people buying for family members, people for Irish heritage, people buying for their dads. And you usually have to answer quite a lot of questions as well. And when you go onto my website, I have a live chat function, and you're speaking to me, you're speaking to me during. So whenever a live chat is, some people think they're speaking to some call center or something like that, but it's me. It's literally me lying in my bed at 1 a.m. answering you, trying to go to sleep, and my phone little bins. But like I usually kind of stay up till about 12 or 1 or 2. I can kind of sleep in a bit in the mornings because I don't really need to be up too early. And the kids are still off school and they'll be back to school soon. Oh, I hate when they go back to school. It's actually easier for me when the kids are off school. I can get more things done. So anyway, look, congratulations to the winner. I'll send you an email, and we will make arrangements of how to ship it as well. And very good. Show your late compers your hoodie. Okay, I will indeed, Dad. Let me move this stick because I want to keep it careful. Yeah. So anyway, in addition to making sticks, I will be making some merchandise. So here is one design. It's Irish blackthorn, and you can see there's a picture of a blackthorn knob stick inside a blackthorn thing as well. I also have, here's another design. If you guys can see it, let me just hold it up to screen. You can see like there's the sloes, there's a blackthorn here. You can see the blackthorn here with the thorns. So I also have this type of t-shirt, and this will be McCaffrey crafts as well. You can kind of see that as well. So I have the blackthorn t-shirt that you guys can see, and so I have about like 15 designs. But again, like I won't be putting them out till September. I want to get the kids back to school. I'm still trying to think of like the best way to kind of do it as well. Like there's not much money in t-shirts, so it's more just a thing to get my brand more known. Do you need an apprentice? I'm a journeyman structural iron worker, but I've been, touching my own wood my whole life as well. Yeah, we'd be good to have a hand or to have things as well. But I think the salaries in Ireland aren't as good as they are in the States as well. And so what's it like? Isn't Biden, one of the things he was doing is the infrastructure bill, where apparently they're supposed to be pumping a load of money into the infrastructure and all of that. And so wouldn't it be like a pretty good business in the future, like steel and steel works and iron works and different things, for doing the foundations and the frames? Wow, great hoodie and shirt, but should be green. Yeah, it is a green. I can do it in all different colors. It's just like preference and different things. Like these are just kind of samples they send out. So like they just send out samples in different things. So I got a few samples. The most common color would be black. Most people want it in black or green or something like that. Some designs look better in green, some look black, some different things. But like Aaron kind of wanted me to get the kind of blue colors and different things. Like my son Aaron, he likes the kind of blue color. John saying hi, Frank. I can show you a few more sticks that I'm working on. I have these kind of hiking kind of sticks. These kind of like hazel type ones, a big long hiking stick. So that's a hazel one that I'll probably be putting online over the weekend. It's quite a long stick. I don't know, it's like not really long, maybe about 4 foot or something like that. I think it's about 4 foot. Wait, let me measure it with the tape measure. Let's see what size this stick is. So I have this. I can show you a few more sticks that kind of just finished now. Yeah. So it's about what's that? Nearly 49 inches. So this one's about 49 inches. It's a bit like a hiking stick, but has a bit of a knob end as well. So I have 2 hazel and a black turned, and I have this another hazel one as well. I think they're around the same size. Let me just double check. This one's 49. So this one will be a bit, yes, this one's a bit longer. So this is probably about 50 as well. So if you're looking for a big long hazel stick with a big knob at the top, I've made and finished these sticks as well. I was meant to put them on there today as well, and I just didn't get a chance to put them up yet because run out of time, guys. Because I was making sticks and doing things as well. I also have this blackthorn. This one's kind of cool. I think this is around. I'll check the height in this one. Let me just get my tape measure and just measure it. This one's about, I think it's close to 50 inches. This is like a blackthorn like hiking stick. So like you have like a kind of handle thing at the top, or from one piece of wood, as you can see. So yeah, so I got this type of one as well. So if you guys are interested in some of these hiking sticks, this is kind of like what I'll be putting up at the weekend as well. I think it's pretty nice. I've been putting up a load of heavy shillelaghs recently. I just want to get all that done before Christmas. So if you're looking for, like, I'm not going to be putting a lot more of the heavier shillelaghs up. I think I've another 30 or 40 to work through. Let's see. Wayne says, thanks. Do you know what it will be used for, the monster stick? I'm not really too sure. I can ask. The bids just kind of came in. This person is a collector, so I presume that they'll put it on display somewhere or something like that. Definitely have to get the hoodie as well. Yeah, I have an order of the Blacktron one. I have like loads of different designs and different things. I'll just tease them out as well. Like the t-shirts will just really sell on the Christmas run a bit. If you sell a few t-shirts here and there, but like there's not, you're not going to get rich making t-shirts and stuff and designs. So, but I have like 2 funny ones that I have one that you guys will like, and I have a t-shirt that I'll do a special offer one. And if you send me in a picture of you holding my stick, wearing my t-shirt, the t-shirt that I like, I made one for me. And if you do that, I'll come up with some gift or some offer or some special deal or something like that. To get people like wearing it as well, because I have a funny one. And if I see you guys wearing the funny t-shirt, then it will make me happy and smile. Like it's more of a thing to me, like to knowing that this t-shirt that I've designed is being worn, and people send me pictures wearing it. It'll be very funny. Hello, John. Thanks for your support on this site. Very good. That use a stick has to be great for a T-Rex dinosaur. Yes, a little T-Rex with their little hands. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Do you ever actually, a thought comes to mind there. There was someone was saying to me in a chat there before, is like, sometimes like when the guys are holding the sticks, with their kind of little fighting positions, they look like T-Rexes as well. I thought that was like a kind of, I saw that comment I thought it was pretty funny as well. So little T-Rexes. Let's see. Mind if I build a liquor around around your logo as well? We can talk about it, man. You want to license the McCaffrey Crafts brand or something? If you want to talk about branding and to do something together, that we can like put out together. I'm open to all business ideas. Like once there's a little bit in it for my good self, I'm all happy with that. But if you're genuine about doing different brands and different things, I'd be happy to do something around that. It'd be something that I could maybe promote and do different things as well. Um, just have to work on distribution and how to do different things as well. Like most people in Ireland are doing gins at the moment and different things as well, and they have all different things. But yeah, if you're getting into that and you have some business opportunity and you think that my brand or my face or something might add value to it as well, definitely reach out and I'd love to hear more about it. No problem, Frank. I hope to buy a stick soon. And it's very important to support Irish crafts, dying art. It is indeed. It is indeed. Like if it wasn't for the internet and me coming on here and promoting myself and doing videos and talking the whole time, it would be very hard to have it as a stick making. Like to have a job as a stick maker, it's more than just making the sticks. You really have to put yourself out there. You have to speak to so many people. It's like a sales job. If someone shows interest in a stick, you have to talk to them, find out what they want, see if you can help them. You have to manage your stock and see what kind of wood you have. And yeah, but there is, I've said this before, there is a living in stick making. You won't get super rich from it, but you can live comfortably and you can put 3 kids through university and college. So if you're looking for that, it's a slow, steady industry. If you're authentic, you have your own brand, you use your natural woods, you create a personal brand around yourself, which, it's a double-edged sword. Like, most people don't recommend that because you can't scale it up, because, like, how can you scale up? But then again, look, that's a problem you can deal with when you're in my position, which I have my personal brand, but it's hard for me to scale up because I am the brand. Maybe if I can get enough slow berries as well. Yeah, slow gin. There's a lot of that as well. There's plenty. The slows are out now, and the blackthorns. They're already out as well. But it's be hard to get the slows down to Africa. Do you know when your roan sticks will get into the shop as well? I sold my last roan stick yesterday or 2 days ago, the hiking stick. I don't really have any more roan. Like I might have a handful, but like it's not going to be until Christmas 2024, 25 really, that I'll have a load of roan tree again, unless some guy contacts me and says he has a bunch of roan tree for me to buy or something like that. But I am out of that, and I only have a small bit of holly left. Mostly what I have a lot hazel. I have very good chestnut, really thick, heavy pieces of chestnut with good knobs, block sticks. I have a good few of them. Plenty of blackthorn, actually a lot of blackthorn as well. Works of art, my man. I appreciate that. You're like an ambassador for the whole craft as well. You have to, like, when you get a platform and an audience, like you have to, like, represent Irish crafts. And yeah, I when I noticing things being pulled in different directions, like I really want like stick making and shillelagh making to be like it should be, as a heritage product of Ireland. It's instantly recognized. Like, I think that Ireland, we don't have much going for us. We're a tiny country on the west of Europe, no natural resources really in anything. And when I see guys trying to take Irish culture and use it for profit, it always holds me the wrong way. So I do see myself as a custodian of Irish heritage, and I feel it needs to be protected, and see myself as a guardian. I've been going pretty weak and soft on some of the guys, that are, trying to, really kind of profit from Irish culture, and they have zero connection to it as well. I don't mind if you're inspired to do stick making in your own style, in your own way, of your own local woods, with your own personal brands and story. But like when I see guys who, they kind of go out, and it's just sad. And what's sadder is that people, they believe they're nonsense, and then they get their own communities, and their own communities believe, that they've been part, that they're Irish for their whole life, and they've no Irish connection in them at all. Like, it's just weird. That's a bet. Very good. Yeah. Like I'm anyone who watches this channel, I'm open to business ideas. Like, I have a brand, McCaffrey Crafts. I am synonymous with stick making, shillelagh making as well. I'm well spoken. I'm always looking for new business opportunities as well. If you have a product, if you have something that you think there's some synergy that we can do to say, look, um, I have a product. I don't have an association with Ireland. I need an ambassador within Ireland to associate this product to bring it to market. Like, there's a better approach to do things as well. I actually do Mary each time. He actually asked me. He wanted to be on this live stream today, but like, I just he can be hard going some days, as you know, with kids with live streams. But he's good. We're back to school soon now as well. He's been kind of he's working on programming. I think he's trying to learn a Lua language, LUA programming language. That's kind of what his kind of he's doing a bit of scripting and stuff at the moment. So that's kind of what his summer's been. So it's kind of like it's been raining a lot in Ireland and the weather's been crap. I couldn't really bring him out to too many places. I brought him to Fota Island. We went down to Fota Island to see the capybaras. And we got there, Mary, and it was so sad because the capybaras wouldn't come out of their cage, wouldn't come out of the enclosure. And like Aaron was like really, really upset. And I had to go and speak to the people, see if we could get them out. And they were like, nah, the capybara is not coming out. And we spent hours there and we looked at all around Fota Island. It's a wildlife park. And we kept coming back to the, the place. And apparently they said there were capybaras, but they wouldn't come out from their enclosure and they weren't going to make them come out because they can come out when they're ready to come out. So like it was a tough day, as you can imagine, Mary, because like, you know how Aaron's obsessed with capybaras and stuff. And like the only capybaras we can find in Ireland are at this particular place. And then we traveled down, drove there, did everything. And when we went there, they just didn't have them. Like they had them, but he was distraught. It's another tough day as a parent. Great minds think alike, Francis. Both have experience, good, bad, which shillelagh making. Yeah, of course. Oh, I make a delusional slow gin as well. I think when you drink enough gin, you do get delusional, or you might believing things quite easily as well. But yeah, like the thing about like gin is that like I've seen the market being saturated with gin. I know there's a guy I met who is bringing on a gin brand from Kenya and a gin brand. Like there's a few gin brands coming, and in Ireland there's several. There's one from Killarney. There's different things. So I think that a lot of people are just like they're buying in the gin, they're putting in the fruit into it, leaving it for a few months, and I don't know. Like I feel within the gin, it might be hard to get into to that kind of market, given how I see it's very saturated. Seasonal, of course. Okay, my friend, lunch break is over. I have to go back to work in New York City skyline. If it isn't going to build itself, see you next week as well. It's good to have a job like that, Jim. You're being quite useful. There's nothing you feel really satisfied when you do a hard day's work and you're building things as well. So compliments to you, and hope everything is all well for you there. Oh no, and Aaron loves capybaras. Very so disappointed. He was gutted, man, and like I was trying to cheer him up. He couldn't. It was inconsolable. Well, I got to go to work. I got to go too in a few minutes, guys. So it's good timing. I'll keep in touch. Good night to the Order of the Blackthorn. I have that Order of the Blackthorn, like this tough guy picture, man. A cool picture. I did one design, Order of the Blackthorn, and it was just my basic design. But I got a few guys to draw a few things as well. I got a few guys to draw, like but like some guys like fell out with me during the process, as they do. They got very weird and stuff. But anyway, peace, Kirk. That's fine. And thanks. So, guys, thank you very much for watching the McCaffrey Crafts like live stream, and thank you for supporting my business and everything. I do appreciate it. And again, thanks for the person who bid on the stick and who won with the 1,011 bid. I really appreciate that as well. I wasn't expecting it to go that high. I would have been, once I thought 500 was fair price and stuff, but the market demands it. The demand for that piece was quite there. So now, like, at least we've got some valuable information that'll display pieces that are really good and nice. There's a good thousand euro on them if you can find them. But as saying, those pieces take 10 years to season. Like, that's not easy. So I think the person that won it got a bargain, that the price of that will only go up in the future. The more vocal I am, the more I get well known, and the more my business grows and different things as well. It's going to add value to anyone who has one of my sticks, and especially when there's video content to support as well, that the person has can validate and offer credentials that they actually have the stick, and they can see me holding it as well, and then they have the identical stick, and that's a one of a kind item. No one can copy something that occurs naturally in nature. Khalid, very nice meeting you, and I'm happy that you're going on a journey as a stick maker. Keep it authentic, find your way, and just kind of like earn your way into it as well. Yeah, there's a lot to learn as well. I'm quite happy to give advice as well. Yeah, find your own way, and that's my advice to you anyway. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week. More sticks to come. I'll probably be loading a good few sticks over the next few days. Then I might take the break for a week because I have to do a few other business things as well. And then I got to get the kids sorted for school and different things. So probably the next week I'll put a bunch of sticks up, and then the week after I hope just to kind of sort a few things out with the kids and different things, because the back to school will be happening soon, and that kind of takes a bit of time. It's one of those things. Anyway, guys, bye bye. See you. Thank you.